And your perspective, no, it won't always be accepted. Accept it. You got the universe perfected. Expect it. Like sewage in the septic, it's hectic. Now that you've been detected.
Now that you've been detected. It's mad hectic. Now that you've been detected. Now that you've been detected.
And you can never really get to know
somebody else
until you've been introduced
to the one called yourself.
Maybe it's wealth
you're searching for,
a fortune and fame.
You can't complain.
You're just a player in the game, and you can never really get to know
somebody else
until you've been introduced
to the one called yourself.
Maybe it's wealth
you're searching for,
a fortune and fame.
Yeah.
You can't complain. You can't complain.
Stand back from yourself and get a new perspective from the outside in, and analyze like a detective. We can't be wise, tantalized by desire. Enlightenment is possible even if you've been a liar. You can't retire or extinguish the fire. Am I wired from anxiety? You could try to be, bringing it back to the present. Shed light like fluorescent. Look up to the crescent, moon for a blessing, and stay connected with the most like Tibetans, and try to keep battling all these mental weapons you might be setting. Stone with your perceptions, we're just resetting your tone with this expression. There's no question, your perspective will get tested, and the message you receive is what you manifested. Be introspective, keep your views objective. Your perspective is only one way to be effective. One way to be effective. Your perspective.
And you can never really get to know
somebody else
until you've been introduced
to the one called yourself.
Maybe it's wealth
you're searching for,
or someone to blame.
You can't complain.
You're just a player in the game, and you can never really get to know
somebody else
until you've been introduced
to the one called yourself.
Maybe it's wealth
you're searching for,
a fortune and fame. You can't complain.
Can't complain.
A mythical, hypocritical complex has got you caught up dealing with the cyclical reflex. So predictable, like 9 out of 10. It takes a thick skull, yo, to be one of them. But I'm one of them, and I'm one of you. And transitively, I gotta stand in your shoes, cause miscued views can lead to judgment abuse. And that's a surefire way to stick your neck in the news. And that's a surefire way to sound stupid. It's been a long time, and you're no longer the new kid. You're facing the situation that you're facing. Slow down to build your house like a mason. Start with the foundation.
Never paper chasing.
Yo, start with the foundation. Start with the foundation.
Time we're never wasting.
And you can never really get to know
somebody else
until you've been introduced
to the one called yourself.
Maybe it's wealth
you're searching for,
a fortune and fame.
You can't complain.
You're just a player in the game, and you can never really get to know
somebody else
until you've been introduced
to the one called yourself.
Maybe it's wealth
you're searching for,
a fortune and fame. You can't complain. You can't complain.
Darkness.
You can't complain.
You're sleeping at night. You're opening your eyes and uniting with the light. It's a little known fact about the matter of life. Cause people always say black is black, white is white. What is right, what is wrong? A symphony, a song. Tension and release help move the moment on. Forwards, the farthest we can go. Change is necessary for a seed to grow into a tree. Where it lives by the seasons, living and dying are there for a reason. Treason to the true test of time is being blindsided by a dividing line.
Got my boy SK on the mic. Do a little
What's up, y'all?
Put it down like this. We put it down like this. Put it down like this. We put it down like this. Rock it.
Yo, I saw your mental block and I straight up shoved it off the cliff to watch it shatter. It doesn't matter, thoughts begin to shift. As I sift through what I've gathered, I search for inspiration. Pass it off to self-help to spur his lyrical
Back and
creation.
forth I'm pacing, patient to learn. My heart aches and burns, people stay on my nerves. I'm just waiting to emerge from my struggle in the worst way. Trapped inside a bubble ever since the first day.
Yo man, stop it, it's just a bubble, you should pop it. The trouble is the boulder on your shoulders, you should drop
But
it.
I'm sitting in the cockpit of a rocket headed nowhere. It's hard to stop it with cold stares that don't care.
Compared nowhere to nowhere. You seem aware in all directions. I dare the question, do you think the cult's a misperception?
Well, I guess it could be, but it's probably just irrelevant. I say to hell with it and reach a positive settlement.
Intelligent development, you heard what I was spitting. Now read it back and make sense of the words that we've just written.
These humble transmissions, yo, thanks for the advice, kid. I'll crack through these layers just like an ice pick.
That's precisely it. Stick with it, but remember, the most important part of this flame is the embers. We're in it together, and fire's capable of melting ice. Just a conversation, but Joe, it sounded nice.
It sounded nice. Yo, man, Scotty, it sounded nice. It sounded nice. And you can never really get to know
Somebody else
until you've been introduced
to the one called yourself.
Maybe it's wealth
You're searching for
a fortune and fame.
You can't
complain, you're just a player in the game, and you can never really get to know
somebody else
until you've been introduced
to the one called yourself.
Maybe it's wealth,
You're searching for
someone to blame. You can't complain, you're just a player
You can't
in the
complain.
game. You can't complain, just
Player in the game.
oh, you can't complain.
Player in the game.
Oh, you can't complain.
Just a player in the game.
You can't complain, you're just a player in the game. I'm just a player in the game.
Me too.
And your perspective, no, it won't always be accepted. Accept it. You've got the universe perfected. Expect it. Like sewage in the septic, it's hectic. Now that you've been detected, your perspective